Road to Strength podcast is now brought to you by Rob Levine, the heavy hitter. We've been really happy to have them jump on as a sponsor. I've personally used them this past year. My wife was in a car accident, and they were able to help us along every step of the way through getting properly compensated, making sure we weren't getting taken advantage of by the car insurance companies, and helping through with medical payments. So if you've been in a car accident, it's definitely worthwhile. Just pick up the phone and see how they can help. All right, what's going on, guys? Dr. Matt here, host of the Road to Strength podcast. Got another special guest on today, Eddie V, a.k.a. Eddie Swerve. People still call you that? Eddie Swerve?
Yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
I saw that online, so I'm like, let me throw that in there.
Absolutely.
Owner of Hunger Breed Success brand.
Absolutely. Happy Monday. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So just quick background on you. So you're a Rhode Islander, personal trainer. You own the Hunger Breed Success, the HBS podcast, and HBS Apparel.
Yes, I do.
And you're enrolled right now over at Rick.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Just came from class today?
Just came from class.
All right, so you're getting it in. So I like to start these off with some rapid-fire questions. So these are just for fun, but first one's favorite coffee shop in the area.
Favorite coffee shop, if I chose one, it would be All Seasons Cafe in East Providence, family-owned business from one of my childhood friends, Tyler Lima. I stick to the family.
Awesome. All right. Is that one of the ones that's like the gas station and convenience combo, or no?
No, it's
different.
Straight All Seasons Cafe. It's just a cafe.
Gotcha.
It's very nice.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the seasons that are attached to like the gas stations. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the seasons. Different.
Yeah. It's right by it's right near Dell's and the old school M&M Diner.
Very cool. All right, I like it. Next one, we got favorite recent book. I mean, you're in school now, so this could be a textbook, but let me hear it.
Right now, I'm reading Armed with Good Intentions by Wallow 267.
Cool. All right. What's that about?
It's honestly about like how some people are kind of like put on a path with things in their life. Like he talks about his childhood and how like he grew up in the hood of Philly, and like the people in the community would idolize the people that were doing the wrong things. And so he kind of went that route, and the people that were doing like the classic jobs, hardworking people, they didn't get any credit, which made him think like that was the better way to go in life. And I'm still in the beginning of it, but Armed with Good Intentions.
True story?
True story, all about his life.
That's cool. I gotta check that out. I'm in a couple book clubs right now, or one book club, I should say. And that sounds like one that would be good for it.
Absolutely.
Who's it about? Is it?
It's about himself. Wallow 267. He hosts
Gotcha.
$1 million worth of game.
Gotcha. Really cool. Okay. Somewhere you've traveled recently?
Mexico with
Okay.
my lady. We went to Mexico.
Where?
Cancun.
All right. Good time?
Yeah, absolutely. My first time being out the country.
That's awesome. All right. Next one, we got favorite shoe or sneaker in the gym and outside the gym, and it could be the same answer.
A favorite shoe in the gym right now, definitely Ultra Boost. I want to try out the Romeros in the gym.
Nice.
And outside of the gym, I would say I could go the Romeros, but I'd probably go the Jordan 3 or the Jordan 4.
Love it. Jordans get a lot of love for the outside the gym sneaker. Favorite lift right now in the gym?
Favorite lift right now, I would say cable flies, flat bench, butterfly movement.
Nice. All right. Just getting good pec pump.
Trying to cut the chest up as much as possible.
Love it. Favorite pro sports team?
Patriots.
Nice. Tough season, but hey, looking up from here maybe.
We've had a good childhood run.
It's true. Favorite college team?
Favorite college team for football, Oregon and Texas, from the days of LaMichael James at Oregon and Colt McCoy and Justin Tucker at Texas. And for basketball, I'd go Syracuse and UConn.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
I might be going to a PC UConn game this year.
I went to see Tyler Kolek versus PC last year. I actually, when he was walking at the end of the game to the tunnel, I gave him a shirt. I had messaged him. I had messaged him before the game, and he's just genuine because you could tell he cared so much that he lost.
Yeah.
And I was like Kolek, and he looked up, he grabbed it, and like you could tell he was mad because he lost.
Yeah.
But I saw him the second he walked through the tunnel. He had this like this like calm down moment of
Yeah.
like just like you can just tell like the genuine love, like wow, like I took a loss but like still like the Rhode Island love's there.
You see him at PC when they play at PC?
Yeah.
Did PC win that game?
They did. That's why he was so mad.
That's incredible. Okay, yeah, I'm excited for that. That's really cool. I'm excited for the games this year because obviously UConn's powerhouse and PC. We'll see
That
what
was
happens.
my first time going to like a Providence College game.
Cool
too.
atmosphere,
Oh
huh?
my God.
And I mean, you went to one of the best games in the year, so
It was nuts.
those are tough tickets to get.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I bought them early. Like
Yeah.
I paid like 2 tickets for like 100, and then the day of the
Oh,
game they
nice.
were like $10 tickets.
Really
Yeah, because it didn't sell out.
interesting. Yeah, this year if you try to buy them right now, they're like on average. I was talking to my buddy like $170 a ticket right now.
Wow.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough to get. So I think you got lucky on that one. Favorite high school team?
Favorite high school team, the Townies.
Townies is
Staying home.
East
because-
Providence.
Yeah, Townie pride is real.
Awesome. I grew up in Massachusetts, Central Massachusetts, like Fitchburg, Lemus area. So I don't know the high schools super well, but I'm learning. I'm getting there.
I have a friend that's kicking at Fitchburg State
Oh,
right
really?
now. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Shout out K1. I don't want to mess up his name. It should be Jonah Costa, though.
All right. Perfect. And then last question, switching back to the gym a little bit. What's your favorite pump up song in the gym currently, really recently?
Walking on a Dream.
All right. Is that The Dream?
No, that's Walking on a Dream. I forget who it's by, but every time I play it, I always do this funny dance to it. It's so funny. We'll play it after.
All right, perfect. All right, so want to get into your backstory a little bit, kind of the personal training, the apparel, Rhode Island Sports Network, the podcast, and everything. Let's start with the Hunger Breeds success. How did that come about? How did you come up with that?
Hunger Breeds success came about from me chasing my wildest dreams of wanting to not only become a personal trainer, but to own my own gym someday. And it came from a tattoo idea that originally I was going to get Never Lose Faith. And I just was typing out ideas, and then I typed out Hunger Breeds Success. And when I thought of Hunger Breeds Success, I thought of the hungriest people in life, the people we see that are literally just like, they may be homeless, they may have no food, no shoes, wherever you see these people, God bless them. But those people are just starving for a chance to be successful. And compared to people we may see who have the basic essentials, and they might just be miserable for whatever reason, but that's
Right.
where like what stemmed the idea, and that's where Hunger Breeds Success really started from.
I like it. That reminds me, just had to call off on a tangent. I just recently watched the Serena and Venus with Will Smith. I don't know if you've seen that one yet, the tennis one.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
It's really good because it kind of epitomizes what you just said. Is like they came from a family in Compton. Venus and Serena Williams dad had nothing, but like was so hungry for them to succeed, and they were too. And like it's a really good movie. I think you'd like it. Something to check out. My next question on that actually was the tattoo. So where's the tattoo?
Tattoos on my ribs.
On the ribs, cool.
Yeah.
So to me, that's really cool because obviously, like, it's your brand, it's your slogan, but it's also tattooed on you. It's like, no, this is a part of me.
It is.
For many ways, literally also, but yeah.
Absolutely. I always knew I wanted to make gym shirts. I knew I wanted to own my own gym. I wanted to make gym shirts, and I'm still making them till this day. So I'm just thankful.
That's awesome. What brought you down that path where you were like, okay, gym ownership is what I want to go down?
I think it's just I probably started young. Like my first job on the books was Dunkin' Donuts, and when I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, I had a mindset like, if I'm working for this coffee shop, why can't I own my own coffee shop?
Sure.
And then when I got into personal training, I had trained for Redwood Personal Training out of Workout World, and through that experience, I learned that being the greatest personal trainer ever isn't the ultimate goal. I wanted to do it bigger. I want to be the actual owner of my own gym.
Totally.
And it's just, I think a lot of creativity, a lot of imagination, and just knowing that if your brain thinks of something, like it's thought of it for a reason.
Totally. It's there for a reason. You can't say it better than that. When did you get into like going to the gym? Because there's plenty of people out there who never step foot in the gym. How'd you get into it?
Yeah, I never think of the people that never step foot in the gym. My first time was in high school, going to Planet Fitness. Started off like that. I started going to the gym just because of my own personal, just not liking my body, feeling chubby from a very young age. And then when I was old enough to be able to go to the gym, I started, and I took the route of, I'm sure someone listening has done this, did all cardio, no
Sure.
lifting weights.
Sure.
So I got deemed, it's not stereotypical, but I felt I was skinny, but I was 120 pounds as a sophomore, but I still had like the chest fat.
Sure.
So just from only doing cardio, barely eating, doing straight cardio. And then it was when I moved to New Jersey in August 6, 2018. I was at probably one of the lowest points in my life. And I was like, I'm tired of feeling like this. Like I took a picture of myself in the mirror, and that was like my day one picture. And I started going to Retro Fitness in New Jersey. So I would work like every day, 6 to 2, go to the gym from like 2:30 to 5, and just eat healthy, eat as healthy as possible. And that's when it started again.
And then it just kicked off from there.
Yeah, it just I never stopped. Never stopped. It was August 6, 2018. I started gymming 5-6 days a week, praying every day, and it's got me here.
And from that point, did you was that about around the same time that you came up with the Hunger Breed Success?
I came up with Hunger Breed Success. I got it tatted on me June of 2020.
Okay, so it took you a few years to kind of develop that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I moved back. I moved back June of 2019. I spent a year in Jersey, and definitely one of the most just transformative years of my life. And then I already had love tattoos, and I just thinking of a name. I originally was gonna go with the Never Lose Faith, and then Hunger Breed Success just sounded like just what
Had a
I
ring
wanted
to it.
just what I wanted to live by.
Yeah.
And then when I said that, I said Hunger Breeds Success, and success loves consistency, which is just, for me, I think it just I think it's so powerful, because when people talk about being great at anything, they speak consistency. Just being as consistent as possible, no matter what you want to achieve.
Totally. Yeah, that I saw that was your follow-up quote to Hunger Breed Success. That second part was success loves consistency. Yeah. That reminds me of the quote by do you know Jocko Willink at all? Do you follow his stuff?
I've heard the name.
He one of his favorite quotes, or one I think he came up with it, was discipline equals freedom.
It does.
And the idea is similar, I think, which is like the more disciplined you are, the more habits you have, the more free time, or the more you can do with your life, the more disciplined you are. So I think that consistency loves success is very similar,
And
very analogous.
I like that because, when people talk about motivation and motivational speakers, a lot of people get turned off by it because they feel like discipline, like motivation goes away. Discipline's
Sure.
like a thing that if you're disciplined, it doesn't matter if you're motivated. You'll still do whatever needs to be done.
Totally.
Which is true.
I like that a lot. I think that's you're hitting the point home pretty hard with both of those. They're short, sweet, memorable, and they both have good meanings behind them. So I like
Thank
that
you.
a lot. So at what point did you decide, like, hey, this is the quote that I like? What I'm gonna put this on a T-shirt. I'm gonna make a brand out of this.
I just knew when I said Hunger Breeds Success, and when I came up with the idea, the vision was so big. Like I just pictured like someone like Tom Brady wearing a shirt, and then I see
Sure.
Tom Brady partner with Noble.
Yeah.
And here I am reaching out to Noble, like, hey, like I think I've got this great partnership we can make happen. Like I truly believe it's just about whether it be the right person promoting it or the right person feeling what I'm feeling.
Right.
But I just knew like Hunger Breeds Success can go on a gym shirt. Like I guess that's where it
Yeah.
really came from. Like I always loved clothes. I
Sure.
always did. And it just so happened that when I put it on a shirt and I originally posted it, 10 of my friends automatically messaged me, "Hey, can I buy one?"
No
And,
way.
I mean, within that first day, it's like, okay, well, 10 people want to buy one. It's like, I think it's just honestly like such a feeling of like, wow, 10 people already. It's just the first day I posted it.
One post, everybody likes it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like
It caught on quickly.
yeah, because I had been posting about Hunger Breeds Success and speaking about it, and I had been telling people like, hey, I'm gonna make gym shirts. I'm gonna make gym shirts, and the original sample was in October or November of 2022 is when I made like the first sample, and then I wore it and posted about it, and people just loved it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think people relate a lot to like an identity that matches what they believe in, which is I think what the quote stands behind. But I think they buy into the person that's behind that quote, which is you. So they see what
really
you're
do.
doing, and they like what you're doing, and they buy into the whole like. And buying is probably not the right word, but they believe in the stuff that you're doing. So like they wanna be part of that feeling.
Absolutely.
For a lot.
Because I could be producing something that say it looks way better, but I'm an asshole.
Right.
They're not,
Right.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah. Like if you think about a company, like a lot of people buy into the identity of the company. Like what's coming to my mind is Patagonia. A lot of people love Patagonia. You know the story of Patagonia,
No,
kind of
I
a little
don't.
bit. It's cool because there's a bunch of documentaries on it, but the guy who owns the company, long story short, is like extremely into the environment. Gives a ton of money back to the environment.
believe
Loves
that.
the environment. So people see his message and they buy into his products because they like what he's doing. So exactly to
I've
your
got a Patagonia backpack.
and they make good stuff.
Yeah,
so there's both
I've
stuff.
had it
Yeah.
since Jersey.
Yeah, so
Literally.
if you look into their like stuff at all, like like they're doing a lot of good stuff for the planet, like their environmental, like because a lot of like fashion stuff in general is like
Bad.
yeah, like I mean
Not using the right materials and just
Yeah.
not caring about the environment.
exactly like Nike gets a bad rap a lot of times because of the stuff they're doing like with I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were getting a bad rap for like the sweatshops and stuff, like and I don't. But Nike actually, side point, they have a good story too. Out of Oregon,
Yup.
yeah, they I think they were
That's where the
developed.
headquarters
Yeah,
is.
I think that's where they were developed originally. There's a book called Shoe Dog, which is how they developed the whole Nike brand. Really, really cool backstory. Unfortunately, I think they're so big right now where they're gonna catch heat for no matter what they do. But
Yeah, but honestly, they sweep it under the rug because I didn't know they were catching heat for what you
the
just said.
sweatshops. If this was a few years ago, I don't know if they've kind of like fixed it, cleaned their hands of it, moved away from it. I don't know, or maybe it's just not publicized. But they were catching heat for a little while. But yeah, I mean, obviously, probably still the biggest company out there for clothing, apparel, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
No, that's all cool. So okay, so you made the brand, you made the T-shirts. That first sample was in 2022. How many repeat samples have you? How many different shirts have you made since then?
Different. I'd say at least 300 different ones.
No way.
At least, yeah. Because that was the thing. Like I as I did the orders, it's like I'm just so nice. It's like whatever people asked for, it's like I was gonna make happen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I went from like LSU colorway to gray to black to purple to orange to white, yellow. Like I'll do any color. Black, green, Jets colorways. Like I would do anything, and then I would go from the tees to the long sleeves to tank tops to hoodies, and then I've done like 7 or 8 different releases. So I'm
That's
thankful.
cool.
I'm hoping to do another one for the holiday, like
Cool.
an exclusive one for Christmas. I did one for Christmas last year.
Nice.
Did Halloween last year. This year has been like nonstop between Valentine's to St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Earth Day, and
Oh, wow.
Now we just did breast cancer and
Yep.
the fall collection.
I think that was a shirt you were wearing when you were on the Carol podcast. Was the breast cancer one? It was a pink long sleeve.
Yo, that one was actually a Valentine's Day sample.
Oh, I thought it was pink. Okay, I thought it was pink.
So
Yeah.
on the back, it had like the little Cupid heart kind of emoji
Nice.
type of thing, and
Nice.
that one was just like a sample that I like it a lot.
What do you go through for your And you don't have to say this if you don't want to. What do you go through for like your supplier? And have you used a bunch of different people or companies?
No,
or?
I've gone through one guy. Shout out Jay the T-shirt guy.
Cool.
He's made
All right.
every idea of reality. Like that guy. Like the crazy part is there's not a lot of places you can go where you can you can not have to order bulk, which I think
Right.
I think that's what took me till November of 2022 to finally make the first sample is because when I went to places it was like 25 shirt minimum, and then
And they're pricey.
it wasn't too pricey. The place that I went to, it's definitely more pricey now just because it was 2 years later.
Sure.
But it was like $250 for 25 shirts. But
Yeah.
I had that scarcity, like, okay, what sizes am I going to get? How long is it going to take to
Right.
sell? And it was going to be my first time ever doing something like that. But if anybody has that feeling out there right now, take the jump. It's
Yeah,
worth it.
just go for it.
At least try.
I get it with I mean, I ordered like T-shirts just for like for clients and customers and stuff like that, and I'm always like, oh, am I gonna just get stuck with a bunch of like extra smalls or like you know whatever it is?
And then it's like, why would I even order extra small?
Right, exactly.
It's like they'll grow.
Right.
Medium. You can wear a medium.
You'll grow eventually. Yeah, that's true. That's cool. Is he a local guy? Jay, is your guy?
Yeah. Right out of Riverside.
No way. Okay, so that's basically like East Providence, like right next to you there. That's cool. Yeah, I've used like I'm sure you've gone through like or checked out Custom Ink.
Yep, of course.
I use Printful right now.
I think Custom Ink's out of East Providence, I believe.
Are they really?
I think so. I'm not sure.
There's another one in like Woonsocket area that I've used, but it's tough. It's tough because like the bulk orders can be tricky.
They want bulk.
Yeah, if you're trying to like figure out like especially like samples, but yeah, that can be tough. No, so that's really cool. How about logo design? Are you doing that yourself? You have somebody you're
shout out to my guy Nick. Nick is so great. We're gonna put in this video his @name because if you guys need graphic design, if you need posters, mock-ups, if you need creativity, he'll help. I met Nick at Rhode Island College.
Cool.
He had just transferred from CCRI. It was like first week of school, and I was going to the gym at Rick, and the gym hadn't opened yet, so they didn't open till like 10 that day. Won't even get me started on opening at 10. You know what I mean?
What day of the week was that?
It was like a Tuesday.
Really?
It's like, what's going on? Like, they got these weird times. But he was outside the gym waiting too, and I started talking to him just naturally, like happy whatever day it is, and sparked a conversation, and then we ended up going to the Donovan Center after, and just kept speaking, talking, and then we built our relationship from there. And now it's like his creativity and his mind. He says I've helped him a lot. He's helped me just as much. Truly,
that's really cool. That's awesome. Where's the Donovan Center?
Right on Rick campus.
Is that like lunch
the
hall?
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Good place to go after the gym. Yeah, love it. Good food.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So this kind of leads me into next question, which is some of the partnerships you've done with like some of the high school, middle school sports teams. So you got a partnership with East Providence High School right now.
Yes, I do.
Which is your alma mater?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. And then Lincoln Middle School?
Yes.
Did you go there as well?
I did not go there.
No, okay.
My mentor is actually from Lincoln.
Okay.
Shout out the owner of Dr. Daycare, Dr. Marianne Shallowcross Smith. She became my mentor through a program at Rick, and she's a Lincoln Lion.
Gotcha, okay.
So she was happy when she saw that connection come about.
That's cool.
That came from just honestly being social, being just networking through a kid named Tyler Saccone. He's the coach, and his team didn't have any warm-ups, and he went through Jay, and he was happy to have that as the motto for the middle school Lincoln boys basketball team.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was honestly it made me so happy.
Did you make like custom like colors and stuff for them or custom logo?
We did their like he kind of made the how he wanted it like with the logo and
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it had the Lincoln Lions logo, had every kid's number, and had Hunger Breeds Success on the back, and I was just so happy.
Was that a tough conversation as far as like getting down to the details with like the school as far as like payment and all that stuff? Or
no, the parents, the parents chipped in for their warm ups.
Cool.
Thankfully, the school, no problem. They didn't have any warm ups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like he wanted warm ups for his players.
Yeah.
And he wanted someone that could make them, and he saw what I had been producing with me and Jay, and he's like, I kind of like we reached out, connected, and made it work. And
that's cool.
I'm just thankful because it's like I couldn't. When I originally came up with the idea, like I'd be lying to say, oh yeah, I saw like school. I wanted it. I wanted like I said it probably in like 2021, 2022 that East Providence will have Hunger Breeds Success on their stuff, but
no way.
I said it, and people look at you crazy.
Yeah, but now look at it now.
Yeah,
it's real.
a lot of prayer goes into it.
So how did the East Providence warm ups as well for them?
Yeah, for the basketball team, staying connected with shout out Coach Andrade, one of the best basketball coaches in the entire state. I just, asked basically like, is it possible? Can we get Hunger Breeds Success? And he's so great because every time he sees me, he's like, Hunger Breeds Success. Like he loves it too. He loves it because when I was a student in his class, like I was just this quiet kid, you know what I mean? Just a high schooler. And, I've grown. I think he's just loves to see the growth in his students.
That's really cool. And same thing with them. Like, do they like customize the logo and everything and the colors? Or
that one he did it. He did like the old school Townie man.
Nice.
On it. It's nice, and we're getting ready. Like the logo this year is going to be a little bit different for the basketball team, but it'll happen again this year, and I'm just thankful.
That's cool. I'm sure. Like, I mean, middle school especially. I mean, high school too. Like having a warm up. Did East Providence have warm ups already or no?
They had them prior years, absolutely, but they didn't have quotes on it.
Sure, they didn't have anything special.
No.
Gotcha. So it's cool. Like, I mean, for the student athletes to like have something. I mean, I think especially the middle school when they didn't have anything. Like, hey, like that gives them also a sense of pride when they're going to play.
Yeah, I really think it does, and it's funny because like when like the East Providence kids see me, they're like, "Oh, there's Hunger." It's like
that's great.
Or like go to the Townies game, do the videography, do the photography, and like the kids like have the blowhorns. They're like, "Oh, shout out Hunger Breeds Success." It's like,
hey,
wow.
That's something special. I mean, you think about like some of the great sports teams out there, some of the championship runs. Like, there's always this like intangible of like this like community that's built on like there's certain vibes and there's certain like I don't know, like sayings, phrases, like friendships that happen. Like, it seems like you can kind of like foster that with something like this.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a blessing off the fact that if the quote had no meaning behind it, and I hadn't put in any work, nobody would be repping Hunger Breeds Success the way they do. People wouldn't stand on it if like the person that pushed it was just like sitting back doing nothing, or like if it wasn't a quote that had power behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I find it funny. Do you know who Tony Robbins is?
Yeah.
So definitely one of the best speakers on God's green earth. He said, and it's so funny. It's two things. Tony Robbins said the number one key to success is hunger. So that's crazy. How that works out. And then Eric Thomas.
Yep.
I've listened to him since middle school. I heard the Guru story in middle school, and he said, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I heard that as a middle schooler, so it's just like hearing something like that, and then it comes through to fruition years later. Is like life's a trip.
That's great. Yeah, and going along those same lines, like having that vision or the mentality, I guess I should say, for sports teams. Like a lot of teams have them. Like you'll hear like different quotes. I'm trying to think of one. Don't quit. But the ones I think that are super impactful, to your point, is like the Patriots, like the do your job. Like that was super impactful because the team lived that.
Absolutely.
It was very much like from the top down, everybody lived that. Or even like trying to think of like what the Red Sox's one was like 2014 or something like that. It was something about being like just like blue collar guys or something like that. Friendships type stuff.
But it's hard. It's hard to think of them though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of them they don't stand out, and if they do, it's like from years past.
Yeah.
There's not many things that get promoted. Like, oh yeah, like we're standing on these 3 words. Like teams will stand on loyalty. I know Rhode Island College, they stand on like 3 S's, like selflessness and like 2 other words. But it's whatever the coaches and the staff and the school, the organization want to promote for their kids or for their professional athletes.
Yeah, Friars mentality.
Yep.
They get the mentality. But yeah, it's cool. It's definitely cool to have that. So you may have mentioned that you do video and photography during the games too.
Yes. Me and my girl. She's got the camera. So
all right, cool.
She's doing most of it, and I'm helping out in any way possible. It's funny because when I was at East Providence High School as a student, I used to run the EP High School boys basketball Twitter. I ran that back in like 2016, 2017. But back then I was so shy and insecure, and I was like, damn, like I'm not on the team, but I'm doing, because my first goal as a kid, I wanted to be a sportscaster on ESPN.
Okay.
When I got to high school and the opportunity happened through Mr. Andrade, I believe, if I can remember right, he was the one that was like, hey, like, you know, you can go kind of run the Twitter for us. And
Sure.
I started doing that, but I was all shy about it. I would take
Sure.
pictures of my friends and send it to them
Yeah.
after the game. But, you know, it was just a different mentality back then. And now it's like Friday, I went to LaSalle versus Cranston West, take some pictures, send it to the kids after the game. The week before that was North Kingston versus Barrington. Traveling across Rhode Island, I did a post-game interview with Daniel Cody, one of the best freshman football players in the state of Rhode Island. Just trying to highlight student athletes. You know what I mean?
That's really cool. So how did that come about?
That came about, I believe it came from posting a Super Bowl merchandise video for Alex McClanahan, who is at URI. Shout out Alex. He last year was the best quarterback in the state of Rhode Island when he was a senior at Barrington, and I heard about him. He won like a award at one of the Cam Newton camps.
Oh, really?
So he had a lot of recognition going on, and I shout out to Coach Jonah, who's at Barrington, a childhood friend through East Providence, and he posted about him. So it caught my eye. Started doing some research, go to the game, see him play, see he's the real deal, and then right before it was Barrington versus Cumberland on a Saturday, Super Bowl Saturday, this past season. So I made a custom number 7 on the sleeve, Barrington Eagle on the other sleeve, and I posted a video on like a Thursday. The game was on Saturday. I'm like, hey, just want to let you guys know I already have the Super Bowl merchandise ready for the best quarterback in the state. Like, sorry, Cumberland, like you're gonna be going home sad. And
That's good. I like that.
It was funny when I went to the Super Bowl. Like at least like 20, 30 kids from Barrington. They were like, oh, like I love the video. Even up until like a month ago, I went to Barrington. Played Central. And like a little 5-year-old, literally, was like, "Are you on TikTok?" I'm like this is still holding.
No
this
way.
is still traveling through Barrington. Hey, like I want to shine a light on the sports of Rhode Island. You know what I mean? And who really? Nobody does that.
Yeah, and then that hits home with me because like that's a big reason why I even started the podcast in the first place was to highlight fitness or strength.
Absolutely.
And sports in Rhode Island, but mostly like the fitness and strength is kind of what I was diving into. I'm like there's nobody doing that. Like I'm trying my best to do it, but there's still a huge open space to be able to do it. You know,
I don't know any other podcasts in Rhode Island, especially highlighting fitness, highlighting sport. Especially doing what you do, and to take the time to do this is like very commendable.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And another question on that. So how many games are you going to, like, let's say on a weekly basis?
At least one a week.
Yeah.
It's usually my Friday night lights is what I go. Because there's the beginning of the season was Thursday night games.
Yep.
Now there's no more Thursdays. Saturdays I miss because I'm working.
Sure.
Fridays it's like Friday night lights. It was always popular when I was in high school. You go to Friday night lights, and it's interesting to see how like the times have changed with like the kids and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the crowd interaction, but the love of the game's still there.
That's really cool. And do you kind of like look at like your weekly schedule, like, okay, this Friday, these are the teams that are playing, like this is the game I want to go to type of thing?
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Last week I was debating between, it was either going to be Hendy versus Portsmouth.
Oh, okay.
Or LaSalle versus Cranston West, and I always remember everybody always said Portsmouth was super cold, and I had just watched Hendy the week before versus Central, and I'm like, okay, I just saw Hendy. I haven't seen LaSalle, and LaSalle has a kid named Timothy Stitchell, who I started seeing in basketball season. He's one of their top players. LaSalle has a few kids that are like, you can just look at them and you're like, yeah, they're going to play college ball.
So you probably have really good knowledge on who's who in football right now.
I'm really learning.
Yeah.
I'm better with the numbers, but I'm trying to learn, because it's like that's how you put out the best quality to people. Like the people that are doing it for their actual job, they're writing down the stats, they're knowing the names. I'm learning as much as I can, you know what I mean? While being in school, just trying to learn as much in school, just forever learning.
It's probably cool too to follow some of these kids, like you were saying, the quarterback over at Barrington, and then see him progress to the next level.
Absolutely. And like a next step, I just went to Dorchester Eagles versus the I believe CF Panthers. It was like the regional championship for 11U yesterday. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I was at Pierce Field. My best friend invited me, so I went there. Shout out Herb for inviting me, and went there. Just checked out the game. You know what I mean? Just to see, because it's like the thing is, if you go to these younger kids' games, they're gonna eventually progress and get older. I went there to do an interview too. Sadly, the person that I wanted to do the interview for, their team lost. So I'm like, all right, well,
that's all right. That's all right. Yeah,
we'll get them back. You know what I mean?
So that brings up an interesting point. So let's say like you go to the Friday Night Lights. Will you reach out to someone before the game, be like, "Hey, can I get you on the interview before after the game or whatever?"
You're smart. You sound like my girl. 'Cause she's like, that's what you should do. You should reach out before. Usually, sometimes I do. Like when I did Dan Cody, I had been reaching out like months prior. Like, hey, how many games left on your schedule? I'll make it to one of them.
Yeah.
And then that's like, I guess that's to be more professional. If you're reaching out before, at least like it gives the kid also something to get excited for. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like I have an interview coming after the game. You know what I mean?
I think that's cool because, like, I mean, one, that gets them excited, and maybe they'll get hyped for their for their game too. But,
absolutely.
But also, I mean, the other way to do it is fine too. Whereas, like, you know,
go up to him after
someone like has an incredible play, and you're like, I got to talk to that kid after the game. You know, like, 'cause you can't predict that.
And that's the spontaneous.
Yeah,
I love spontaneous.
Yeah, so that's cool. Any games this weekend?
Any games this weekend? We're gonna see. I gotta look at the schedule. I gotta look at the schedule.
This podcast won't come out for a few weeks, so either way. But just
so the Super Bowl would already happen.
Yeah. So just curious. Let's backtrack. Actually, no. One more question on that? Any teams? Let's stick to football for a second. Any teams that like you're really excited about this year?
East Providence.
Yeah.
East Providence. Yeah. Right now, East Providence is D2, which is different from when I was in high school. They were always D1. But I can tell they've had like 4 out of their last 5 games. The other teams only scored 0. So the kids have been posting like straight donuts. Like they'll whatever they win, they'll put their score and the other team with a donut. And I'm like,
that's awesome. Like a Dunkin' Donuts donut.
Yeah, like they put the emoji.
Oh man,
they play this Friday, and it's actually so funny because EP versus Lincoln plays this Friday.
Okay.
At Pierce Townies Stadium.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what a coincidence.
Yeah, that brings it all together.
So
I'm sure some of the middle school kids will show up. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Truly.
That's cool. How about for basketball?
For basketball,
the season started already, right?
No, not yet. No. Right now they're doing like tryouts,
okay.
weight training.
Yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully EP has a good year.
Nice. Are they? How does the divisions work? Is it D2 throughout all the sports, or is it?
No, they're D1 for basketball.
D1, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Who took? Who was the best team last year?
Classical.
Yeah. Are they usually top?
They won on like a game-winning 3 in the championship. Yeah, literally.
They're right down the street from us.
Yeah.
Them and Central, right down the street.
Yeah. And I love Central.
Gotcha. Are those both good teams typically? For basketball?
Central for football. Central is like the I'd say top 1 or 2 public school for football.
Sure.
And they're D1.
Yeah.
And then classical for football, they're a lower division, but they've got like a star like Jordan Duke, who I don't know if you've heard of him.
No.
But he's David Duke's younger brother.
Okay.
Another Rhode Island talent. Yeah, he plays right now. He's on the Spurs, and his younger brother. Wow. Yeah, his younger brother is playing right at classical.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's cool. Does Portsmouth usually have a good team basketball too?
I don't even know about basketball. I just know.
Yeah,
I just feel like Portsmouth's just hard hitters.
Yeah,
and Burrville too.
Same.
Burrville. My friend Dylan. Shout out Dylan. He slid up on my story the other day. He's like, when I went to Burrville, they were D3. Now they're D1.
Wow.
He's like, they got some military coach.
Like, some David Goggins whipping him into shape. That's great. Oh man, I had to ask on that because I was curious because I don't follow the high school sports as much, so but I'm learning.
You're from Mass.
I'm from Mass, yeah. So
you know Dayton Rehoboth.
I'm from like Central Mass, so like Fitchburg, Leominster, North Middlesex. Like I know those areas.
Dayton Rehoboth has a star right now, Christian Belowski.
Okay,
he's a star. Like as an 8th grader, he started on JV for football. He was a starting quarterback.
Wow.
He's a sophomore right now, but he's got a lot a lot of talent.
There's no cross between Mass and Rhode Island, though, is there, for play?
No, unless it's exhibition.
Okay.
But when I met Christian and I talked to his dad, he said, like, the Mass talent is far above Rhode Island.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I could see that.
Because it's bigger, right?
It's bigger. They got, Boston and the suburbs of Boston, huge cities. So I could see that. But just from a population standpoint, there's more people to pull from.
Absolutely.
So, makes sense. So I want to switch back gears for a second on some of the decisions you made early on, because we talked about it a little bit off air, but kind of like what made you, because originally we were at CCRI.
Yes, shout out CCRI.
And switched to Rick.
I graduated from CC, transferred to Rick.
Oh, and transferred to Rick, and then and you've kind of had a switch back and forth a little bit with your major.
Yes, when I enrolled in Rick in the fall of 2022, definitely didn't do my research, which I recommend when it comes to school. Always do your research, ask your questions. I enrolled in a wellness exercise science program with the thought of, if I get this degree, I can still become a physical education teacher. If I get my teaching certification, come to find out, you have to strictly stick to health and physical education. And before Hunger Breeds Success was ever created, I wanted to be the greatest social worker and the greatest therapist ever. So now I went from wellness exercise science just because of the route it was going to take me wasn't really doing too much for me, and I switched back to psychology. So I've got 1 year left of my undergrad psychology degree, and then I plan to enroll in grad school to be a school psychologist, where whatever school district I end up in, I definitely know I want to coach. I want to coach, whether I'm like one of the main coaches or I'm the school psychologist helping at the game.
So it kind of took full circle, whereas you want to be the greatest therapist ever, and it kind of almost came back to that.
Yeah. I think because I looked at it from two different routes. I look at it from being a therapist and being a school psychologist. They're both very similar, but the big difference is a therapist, I picture helping people that are older than kids. I want the way I am right now, I want to help the youth and just change the trajectory of people's lives, which you can still do when people are older. I'm not saying you can't, because you can do anything. Right. I just want to help the youth where I'm at right now.
Gotcha. I think that's smart. I think you did a good job. I mean, I think most people in the same boat as you, when they go into college, they don't really know what they're getting into. Yep. And then you kind of figure it out. Yep. Which is great. I think you're on a really good path with that.
Ultimately, I think it's about doing what makes you happy. Don't look at the salary of a career, or don't look at the salary of what entrepreneurship could be. Just do what makes you happy, no matter what it's paying.
I like that. And the money will come. You'll figure it out.
It will.
Cool.
It will.
Something you mentioned there that I wanted to kind of dive into was that along the lines of being like the greatest therapist ever, which I guess explain kind of how you got to that. Another thing you had mentioned, I think that I pulled from like a CCRI article, was that going to the gym for you was therapy as well.
Absolutely.
So there's kind of these two notions that are similar, but can you dissect those a little bit?
Yes, of course. When I was in Jersey, my family, and I was at the lowest of all lows at that time, my family suggested therapy. I was like, a therapist, I looked at him as silver spoon fed. I looked at him as nobody's going to understand my pain, which I know there's someone out there that thinks a therapist won't understand their pain. And I didn't end up going. And then fast forward to fall of 2022, where I felt like I needed therapy. I ended up going to therapy. Up until that point, I had always used the exercise in the gym as my therapy. I've always used it as my therapy, just exercising, whether it be playing basketball as a middle schooler all day with my best friend Herb and Justin, before I even knew that was therapy. But I know it, looking back on it, it's something like that, because it's like I'm playing basketball all day. I'm not worrying about what could possibly stress me out at home or stress me out in school. I'm just focused on being a kid and just enjoying. And also at the time, I was very motivated to lose weight. Very motivated. Absolutely.
That's cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people, people saying like, hey, the gym is like my outlet or my like meditation or my therapy is super common. And I think that might not be the only answer, but that could be a answer for a lot of people.
Yeah, I actually, I made a psychology shirt that said the gym is my psych ward, and people that are into psychology like that one.
Yeah, that's good.
It really did.
That's good. Two questions that are potentially similar, because you mentioned this earlier about gym ownership one day. So let me ask you this first. What would your dream gym look like?
Dream gym would have a sauna, would have basketball courts, pickleball courts, a pool, and good mirrors, and just have enough machines to where people aren't feeling like they gotta wait. And also, it would have a nutrition club inside the gym.
That's awesome. And good hours.
24/7. No, 24/7. Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. And then, so this doesn't have to be a concrete answer, but another question: what would your dream job look like? And I don't know if it's more gym ownership, or you're thinking more of like at the school, or it could be a mixture of the two, or it could be like one into the other, or you might not have a solid answer on that yet.
I think dream job, to answer now as we sit here in November of 2024, is a job that I'm helping people.
Cool.
Health, wellness, mental health wise, health, wellness, mental health. If I'm helping people, I'm happy.
Love it. I think that's a great answer.
Thank you.
You got it. Kind of a follow-up question on that, and it could be honestly the same answer, but this is something that I've heard you ask other people, so I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
You saw it before.
You did your research.
What does success look like to you?
Success looks like to me as simple as being happy.
Cool. Love it. Mic drop on that. Another similar question I had thrown in there that I think you may have answered already, but I want to ask you anyway. There's a quote that you said from the CCRI article that I found, which is really cool. They did that, by the way.
Oh my God! I'm trying to get a partnership with them going in the works now. I'm so happy about that article.
That was cool. So I'm gonna read a quick quote from it. So, I never envisioned it being a brand until people started referring to it as one. My purpose now is to give it all back, as well as help myself. Hunger breeds success, and success loves consistency. It's so true, and it's whatever you want in life. So one part of that, well said, by the way.
Thank you.
One part of that stuck out to me was I never envisioned it being a brand until people started to refer it to as one. So Absolutely. It happened very organically. It was never your purpose. Like, I want to build a brand. It's like, no, it just happened.
Yeah. and that is like the thing that gets me now is how many people try to own a brand. Like, it's like the thing that like interests me, like especially when I'm on media and I'm like looking at new brands, and I love new ideas, I love new creativity. I just think now more than ever, and the thing I did learn throughout the CEO program is everybody has a brand.
Sure.
Everybody has a personal brand. It's whatever you turn it into be. Some people, they turn it into apparel, or whatever it may be. But I never was like, Hunger Breeds Success is going to be a brand. It only became known as a brand when people were like, oh, that's your brand. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I guess it is then. It wasn't that. It was a gym idea, and it was I wanted to make gym apparel, and throughout that thinking process, I guess maybe it was just the younger version of me that never thought like, oh yeah, I want to own a brand.
Yeah.
It was just me chasing my wildest dreams.
That's very cool. I like it. A couple wrap-up questions for you before we finish up. So, we'll go to them. So, first one, anything, well, we'll go three. Anything else you want to plug? I mean, obviously the brand itself, Hunger Breeds Success, personal training, the podcast, anything else you think of?
Yeah. God has called me and the special woman in my life. Shout out to you, Ree. God's called me to be a father, which is new news that I'm slowly telling people.
Congrats,
thank you. Only my close people know. I've been patiently waiting to post the the pictures where you like hold the baby thing, and I haven't posted it yet because I'm still trying to tell like my close family members before I post it, and then people are like messaging me like, you didn't tell me you're having a baby. I think baby HBS is a new chapter of life, and
that's so cool.
It's a new motivation, and it's only made my relationship better, because it's just you're doing it's a bigger purpose. It's like the circle of life, you know what I mean? And it brings me back to everything happens for a reason.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Really, congratulations, man. That's
you.
huge. Well, you got to still tell people because this won't come out for a few weeks,
Yeah.
so you have to still tell people.
I'm good on time.
And then anything else as far as like in store, any like events or anything in store for the future that you're super excited about? Anything coming up?
I'm super excited for this holiday drop. Is my next target is to do an exclusive holiday drop. Probably only going to do 50, because I want to leverage the fact that not only am I a college student, so it does support a college student, but also that this isn't a Gucci, a Dior, this isn't a Nike. This is Hunger Breeds Success. This is 50 out of the entire world made. Because people like exclusivity. People like things that other people don't have. So I'm learning to, I've never promoted that. I've never promoted like, oh, I'm only making 20 of these. But people do that when it comes to whether they're coaching or whatever. Like, oh, I'm only taking 2 more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this holiday drop. I have a lot of designs from last year that I haven't used. This Thursday, I'm taking a, just like that Hunger Breeds Success mentality to Philly.
Nice.
Wallow 267, the man I was talking about earlier with his book, he's doing a book signing on Thursday in Philly.
Cool.
And I can't send enough DMs to get this guy to respond. These people with millions, like, you're not getting a response through Instagram, okay?
No.
So it's like, I'm going to show up, I'm going to get the book signed, take a picture, and I'm going to bring him a hoodie and, probably type out a little thing, put it in the bag, and just be like, this is Hunger Breed Success. I want to bring this to you.
Yeah.
God only knows how many people are actually going to bring something.
Sure.
And it's just like, I feel like he'll feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll feel like when you see his stuff and you see how he talks, you'll be like, yeah, he resonates with Hunger Breeds Success and success loves consistency. So I'm going to do that on Thursday, take a day out of school and drive up to Philly in the morning and drive back that same night because I get to go to work at 6 in the morning Friday morning. So I'm going to take the trip, and I think just going into the new year, building a solid foundational website, continuing to help people, and continuing to be a better person every single day.
Love it. That's a great answer. That's gonna be really cool too.
Thank you.
You'll just have an extra coffee that day. You'll be good.
Protein coffee.
That's right. Last question. So the way I describe this is I stole it from Tim Ferriss, but it's a favorite quote, mantra, saying. So basically, any of the billboards on 95. I say you get the Rob Levine billboard. He'll let you borrow it for the day, but you can put whatever you want on the billboard. So usually it's something like favorite quote, or maybe something you want to say to your local community, or you can just slap Hunger Breed Success up there.
So that's like the no-brainer answer to have Hunger Breed Success and Success Loves Consistency. If I didn't put my own quote on there, I would put that if you're alive, you're winning. No matter what you're going through, you are alive, which means your story's not over. Enjoy the fact that you're alive, and everything else will fall into place.
Love it. Awesome. Well, a real mic drop with that one. Very cool. Awesome. Well, dude, really glad to have you on. Yeah. Great podcast, and really fun talking to you.
Thank you. It was a blessing to be on. Long awaited. Seriously, congratulations to you on everything you're doing. The future only gets brighter.
Love it. Awesome. Roadie Strength Podcast. Signing off.
Roadie Strength.
Good stuff, man.
Oh, that's great, dude.